on to video number 2, where I'm going to be guiding you through some recipes I've tried lately. First of all, I was very excited lately because I came across this book here in the library. It's called 26 Grains, and it's written by a young woman called Alex Healy Hutchinson. 100 recipes that use wholesome grains, from energising breakfast porridges to delicious dinners. From porridge-free lunchtime salad bowls to nourishing dinners, these recipes use wholesome grains from oats to amaranth. Taking inspiration from Nordic cooking, Alex creates delicious, simple dishes which are both satisfying and healthy. Now, I came across I hadn't heard of 26 Grains before, but I came across it when I was listening to a BBC Radio 4 programme about porridge, and they mentioned 26 Grains on there. 26 Grains is a cafe in Neal's Yard, Covent Garden in London, and it was founded by Alex Healy Hutchinson, who I think she spent a year in Copenhagen and got a liking for the sort of flavours from over there, including porridge, and that's what inspired her to start this business. They mainly do porridge, but they also do savoury dishes as well, and they use pretty much every grain under the sun: spelt, amaranth, millet, barley, corn, freekeh, you name it, they'll use it. So I just had to go and get the book. So that's how I went and got it from the library, and it's quite amazing. If I ever went to London, I'd love to go there. It's kind of like the posh version almost of Serial Killer Cafe, which I'd also like to visit if I was ever in London, and I've got their book as well. I went through this book and I wrote down all the recipes that I'd like to make, and I made one of Alex's recipes, the other day, and it's a recipe for savoury porridge. Yes, there is such a thing, savoury porridge. Do go and check it out. I was a little bit sceptical about it at first because I associate porridge very much with breakfast and sweet flavouring. But I had to check it out, and it was worth it. Porridge is quite simply amazing. You don't have to make porridge with oats. You can make it with any grain, but I think oats are usually the star of the show, and I love oats. That's one of the things you need to know about me. I'm an oat person. Oats are my friend. Worship the oat. The oat is amazing. Yes, you can probably tell I am a little bit, to put it mildly, a little bit obsessed with the oat, but I just love oats so much. They're a miracle food. They really are. They're so rich in nutrients, magnesium, which is a key muscle relaxant. They're high in potassium, they clean toxins from the body, they're good at lowering cholesterol, they keep your skin nice. Oats are just amazing. They give you energy, slow release energy. So oats. I could imagine actually having porridge for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I love it that much. And you can do so much with porridge. It's kind of like a blank canvas, because it's like a neutral base, so you can just add anything to it. I just love its texture. It's just amazing. So this recipe was, and it serves 2, so I cut it down, was for savoury kale porridge with fried eggs. I made it last night for dinner. Amazing. So what you do, first of all then, you add this is for one person, I'm giving you the measurements for one person. Add half a tablespoon of oil to a small pan, I used olive oil, and warm over a medium heat before adding finely chopped onion. I used half a small onion. You cook for about 5 to 7 minutes, so you're just very gently cooking that until soft. You then add 1 clove of crushed garlic and cook for a minute longer. You boil the kettle. You place kale. I used spring greens instead, but it doesn't really matter, they're very much the same. You could use cabbage. So you tear the kale into small pieces, and you place that in a large bowl and pour over boiling water. You let the kale soften and wilt for about 2 minutes, so you're just starting a cooking process, and the leaves fully submerged. When the leaves become a dark green, you drain the kale. You then place oats. So I used about 2 ounces. I used slightly over 2 ounces because it was my meal and I was hungry. Stock and water. In total, I used 250 mils of liquid. 250 mils in total. So you place the oats, the stock, 250 mils of liquid, kale, onions and garlic into pan, and you cook over a medium heat for 4 minutes until slightly firmer, getting the texture of porridge. And do make sure to stir, because otherwise it will stick to the bottom of the pan. Meanwhile then, you do the fried egg. You're probably all familiar with frying eggs, but I'll just run it through. food for you. So you heat the remaining oil, that'll be about another half a tablespoon or so, in a frying pan over a medium heat, cracking eggs. It's best to cover it with a lid, and frying eggs work better, I find, if you put a lid over them. They seem to cook more, I don't know, they just seem to cook better with a lid over them. And then cook those, again, it's not a rule of thumb really, because it depends on the egg. Mine were medium, but about 3 to 4 minutes until they're done. You then spoon the porridge into a bowl, top with a fried egg. You also can put some chopped chives over it, so that's an additional extra if you want a little bit of herb on there, and some black pepper. And hey presto, there is your porridge. That was really, really nice. I think there might be, if I just have a little look in here. Sorry about that, everyone. My camera just fell over, so it might have gone a bit worry. Yes, is it in here? Yes, here it is, page 74. It's page 74 in this book. There you go. Savoury kale porridge with fried eggs. I don't know if you can see that. There you go, it is. The other recipe I tried recently was a Deliciously Ella recipe. I don't know if any of you've heard of Deliciously Ella. She's of a similar age to Alex. I think I'm actually friends, but she's another young, up-and-coming, young kind of foodie. But she's really into vegan food and eating healthily. She had some medical condition. She claimed to get her healthy vegan diet kind of sort of helped her overcome it. And I got her book out from the library and I wrote the recipe down. This is her recipe for baked beans. It is actually really very nice. What you do is you crush some garlic. You place crushed garlic in a large saucepan with a small tin of chopped, if you're doing it for one person, that'll be about half a large tin of chopped tomatoes and a little bit of syrup. I used a bit of honey, but she says date syrup, but it could be any syrup. You boil and then cook over a very low heat for 30 minutes. So it's very low heat, very slow cooking. At the end of that time, you add some tomato puree. You add quite a lot of tomato puree, a generous amount, and haricot beans. And you cook with the sauce for 10 minutes until the sauce is thick. You then season that with pepper. You serve it with avocado slices. This goes really very well with avocado slices. I also found it goes quite well with a little bit of broccoli as well for some extra vegetable. And I had it with rice. I think the combination of rice, I use brown rice by the way to be healthy. Brown rice is healthier than white rice. Brown basmati, which takes a bit longer to cook but it's nicer. I find that rice, beans and avocado is a really, really nice combination. So that's worth a try. I recommend that one. Okay, so that's all for now. As I say, in my next videos I'll try and answer some more of your viewer questions. I've got more recipes to cover. Watch this space with the savoury porridges because I want to try more of those. I'm really getting into the oat vibe, so I'll definitely have more recipes for porridge and things like that coming up in the near future. So I hope you enjoyed watching and I hope you have a good week.